Working less might actually make you happier. Sounds strange, right? Because for years, we've been told the opposite. Work more, push harder, stay busy, and one day you'll finally feel successful. But what if that day never comes? What if all that rushing is actually what's making people feel stuck, tired, and overwhelmed? And what if slowing down isn't falling behind, but finally catching up with your life? Let's break it down. Hustle culture looks powerful. It sells a simple idea. If you work harder than everyone else, you win. So people start waking up earlier, sleeping less, filling every hour of their day, always doing something, always chasing something. At first, it feels productive. You feel in control, like you're moving forward. But over time, something changes because the finish line keeps moving. You hit one goal and immediately chase the next. There's no pause, no moment to enjoy what you've built. Just more pressure, more expectations, more noise. And slowly, what felt like ambition starts to feel like exhaustion. You're doing more than ever, but feeling less than ever. And that's when people begin to question everything, because deep down, they know something isn't right. Burnout isn't loud. It doesn't always show up as a breakdown. Sometimes, it's just a constant feeling of being tired, even after rest. It's losing motivation, struggling to focus, feeling disconnected from your own life. Things you once enjoyed start to feel like work, and you can't explain why. Because on the outside, you're doing everything right. You're working, you're progressing, you're staying busy. But inside, you feel drained. That's the hidden cost of hustle culture. It takes your energy, your time, your peace, and gives you very little in return. And eventually, people reach a point where they can't ignore it anymore. They stop and they ask, is this really how I want to live? And once that question shows up, everything begins to shift. Slow living isn't about doing nothing. It's not about being lazy. It's about being intentional. It's choosing how you spend your time instead of reacting to everything around you. It's doing fewer things, but doing them with focus, with presence, with meaning. It's waking up without rushing, eating without distractions, working without constant pressure, and actually being there in the moment. Because most people aren't. They are always thinking about the next thing, the next task, the next goal, the next problem. Slow living breaks that cycle. It brings you back to now. And for many people, that feels like relief. If this message is hitting you right now, take a second and subscribe, because we are here to simplify life, not make it more complicated. Now, here's the interesting part. People who slow down don't lose progress. In many cases, they actually gain more. When you slow down, your mind clears. You stop reacting and start thinking. You make better decisions because you are not rushed. You're not overwhelmed. You're not constantly distracted. Your focus improves. Your work becomes deeper, more meaningful, and more effective. Because it's not about doing everything. It's about doing what matters and doing it well. You also reduce stress, and that changes everything. Your energy stabilizes. Your mood improves. Your relationships get better because you're actually present. And presence is something hustle culture takes away. But if slowing down is so powerful, why do so many people struggle with it? Because we've been conditioned to stay busy. We've been taught that rest is lazy, that slowing down means falling behind, that success requires constant effort. So when you try to pause, it feels uncomfortable, even wrong. But that feeling isn't truth. It's habits. It's years of conditioning. And like any habit, it can change. You don't need to prove your worth through constant productivity. You don't need to earn rest. You already deserve it. And once you start believing that, everything begins to shift. So how do you actually start? Not in theory, but in real life. You start small. You don't need to change everything overnight. That's the mistake most people make. Instead, pick one moment in your day, just one, and slow it down. Maybe it's your morning. Instead of rushing, sit quietly for a few minutes. No phone, no noise, just breathe. Or maybe it's your meals. Eat without distractions. Actually taste your food. Notice the difference. Then build from there. Add small pauses. Create space in your schedule. Say no to things that don't matter. Protect your time, because your time is your life, and how you spend it shapes everything. And as you keep doing this, something powerful happens. You stop measuring success by how busy you are and start measuring it by how you feel. Do you feel calm, focused, at peace? That becomes the goal, because you to grow without burning out, to achieve without losing yourself. And that's something more people are starting to realize. So here's the truth. If working more isn't making you happier, then maybe it's not the answer. Maybe the answer isn't to push harder. Maybe it's to slow down, to create space, to actually live your life instead of rushing through it. Because in a world that never stops moving, choosing to slow down might be the smartest decision you ever make. And maybe that's where real happiness begins. Take a moment to comment, like, subscribe, and share so you won't miss any of our videos.